it was called the Mineral Strip because they were searching for minerals in that area. This is a map that actually you can find here in Minnesota at the Minnesota History Center. The Minnesota History Center has a huge collection of the materials that were collected by George Bird Grinnell, by the folks at the Great Northern Railroad, because they were one of the allies of George Bird Grinnell in terms of resource extraction and working with kind of the, the major barons of industry. They were hoping, before this became a park, the folks at Great Northern were hoping that this was also going to be this huge boom of a place where there was going to be, again, gold and mineral extraction. They were going to be making money from mining, not money from Glacier National Park. So that evolved there became a different story. So there's a lot of these documents that you can go and find from that time period that look at this area as a place to find minerals. So this is just one map that shows that. So the actual Blackfeet Reservation is from this red line kind of over to, you can see the edge here, and then this is what is now Glacier National Park, but then it was called the Mineral Strip. So, oh, go again. Sorry, I didn't know it did that. Okay, so for the story of the Rockies, which was Blackfeet territory, they did search for 15 plus years for gold. And literally what you see now as Glacier National Park is an area that was literally no stone unturned. I mean, there were thousands of miners that came in during this 15-year time period. They dug up every single part of the park. They looked up every single creek. There was a town that was in the middle of Glacier National Park called Alden, which had over 1,000 people there. They tried to find minerals throughout this whole area. They didn't find anything of substance. So by about 1909, George Bird Grinnell returns with a different group of businessmen and allies, although some of them were the same. The Great Northern's still there. And they pushed to move this area then to become Glacier National Park. And as we know, Glacier National Park, I have some final, I think hit it again because I think I have one. Okay, so there's a different story though for the Little Rockies, and that's sort of the story that you're going to hear today. The Little Rockies, their story was sort of the exact opposite of what happened to the Rockies, in that in the Little Rockies, they did find gold and other minerals. So it became an area, instead of a place that was preserved for future generations, it became a place that was exploited. So from the 1880s on till today, it is still a place where there is resource extraction. It's been a place for over 100 years that has been an area in the state of Montana that has been exploited for its natural resources, and it has a completely sort of different story than the Rockies. So I wanted to end with these couple of images that are part of the state of Montana's tourism for the Rockies, right? So for this area that is now viewed as an example, as exemplary place of untouched wilderness, right? Of a place that has been considered as sort of this primordial wild area, but it actually was a place, as I had just mentioned earlier, that had been a place of attempted resource extraction in the state of Montana. So these are still the images that you'll find today, of this place that you should come and visit because nobody's ever been there, a place of scenic beauty, and it is now. It has recovered, it's bounced back from those early years of being a place of mining. So I'm going to end there. Okay, thank you.